Good morning, New Earth. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. I had to prove it one more time. We don't sing. We're leaving room for change. We're leaving room for growth. We're leaving room for potentials. Yellow, self-existing seed. Here we are. Okay. I did prepare what I was going to say about preparing what I was going to say and how preparing what I want to say or may want to say doesn't work. So I will relate that. It's very interesting for me, at least. Last night, when I notice, okay, I'm doing this thing. I don't want to call it podcasting because for some reason, why do I not think of it as a podcast? I have it in my mind that a podcast is, someone makes a podcast who has something to say. But a friend of mine gave it another term, radio tut. I like that. It's more of a radio station. Station. Okay, anyway, I realized that if I'm trying to leave, I'm not trying to leave the present moment, I'm leaving the present moment in my yesterday moment, also in my this early morning moments. I wake up early, I lose a little bit of sleep because in my mind I'm thinking about, what am I going to say? Yellow self-existing seed. Oh, I mean, a ton of information. And I notice I'm starting to get ever so slightly anxious. What am I going to filter out of this information? What am I going to say? What am I going to put together? And I catch myself doing this. And I realize that this isn't how it works. I could probably skip the tones every day and just go resonant, which is tone 7 every day, which is about channeling. So what can I do right now as I remember right now, and I didn't prepare this, now I'm back in the moment because I realize as I'm preparing, as I'm getting anxious, I'm like, no, you can only share the moment. So this moment now, I am thinking we're in the wave spell of the dragon. Birth, nurturing, beginnings. What else was it? There's a third word. I can't think of it right now. It's not coming. Doesn't matter. It's not needed. I'm not needing, I noticed, to fish for a lot of information. I can connect the energies for myself to the degree that I have a grasp of them, not mentally, but on an energetically. So we're in dragon. The resonant tone, if I want to channel something here, whatever wants to come through this moment, is blue hand. And then we have the self-existing seed, giving form, giving shape, measuring, defining the limitations too, and the potentials versus limitation. The one thing that is really important, or I think is really important, is the guide today. Yellow sun. Also, it would be on tone 4. He, they, them would be on tone 4. Self-existing. Now I can go into which wave spell is the sun self-existing in, which is, as far as I understand, the wave spell of the red earth. I could check it up to be very sure, but I think I am sure enough. And it doesn't matter because it's not where I'm going with this. I'm not going into analysis mode. Bring yourself back online, Dolores. Let's be online. Oh, Lord. Did I just use the name in vain? What is in vain? In vain. Dolores, not analysis mode, please. Oh, I forget, you are Miss Analysis. Okay. Anyway, here we are. Enjoying a moment together. A breath. Maybe a few. What are you hearing in your environment? Where are your hands right now? What are they doing? Are they doing anything? Mine are resting on my knee. I'm sitting on a couch and one knee is up and one knee is tucked under and my hands are crossed. My fingers are crossed into each other and my cupped hands, or my hands are cupping my knee. I'm hearing a clock ticking. I'm hearing my own breath. And on some level, I'm hearing you answering in your own mind, or maybe out loud. A moment where everything stops. I am not. I am not. I am not. I am not. Three times a dot. Potential of the seed. Yeah, okay. I'll chat a little bit this morning. I listened to a few videos and Alan Watts, very brilliant, about stop seeking. You already are everything you're seeking. And my mind thinks, true, that. And the act of seeking is also very delicious. I listened to another video, an AI generated video. I ask myself, who sits behind these videos? Is there a human? Are there humans who monitor the content? Anyhow, I listen and I see what resonates in me. And this one said, it spoke about the 12-12 portal from yesterday and said, I mean, I am so amazed. I've been listening to a lot of these for months now, and they manage to make every day so special. Every day is a peak experience of the universe. And you know what? It's true. I mean, really. But it just amazes me. Anyway, it amazes me how they turn everything into something positive. It's not this, it's that. It's not, I don't even can't even think of the not, it's alignment. It's the universe aligning you. The universe's timing is perfect. You weren't ready for it. And you just end up grinning to yourself because it's like, yeah, thanks, I needed that pep talk, I didn't even know it. But it spoke about the 13th today. It didn't speak about the fact that 13 is a magic number, a lovely number. So yeah, it spoke about the integrating happening usually after the peak experience. It's the moments or the days after that are more important, or often more transformative, or more transformation gets noticed. I could probably agree to that. And I'm weaving it back into the dream spell. Today we've got the seed, which is form. I was thinking about the seed, which has its pure potential. Eating seeds, seeds are power food. Sprouting seeds and eating those is even more power foodish. And in the seed is contained every ancestor that ever lived before in linear time, that lived and produced seeds and let's say it's a tree, trees and seeds and trees and seeds, up until the seed that I've got lying in the palm of my hand. And this seed also contains all the information for every tree to come. And something in me says, yeah, because it's one tree. In quantum reality, it's one tree. It's one. We are one. Depending on the levels. It's one room, many rooms, one apartment, many apartments, one building, many buildings, one street, many streets, one town. Many universes, one what? Do we have a term for that? That's the limit of our, I don't know what. Anyway, at least it's the limit of my, I don't know what. Haven't heard yet what many universes make a multiverse. Many multiverses make a what? But the multiverse doesn't count because many rooms is not a multi-room. It's an apartment. So, where was I going? Back to the seed, this potential. Now, it's all good and well. Well, no, I want to be practical, not theorizing. So, we are becoming quantum. We've always been quantum. Our consciousness, our awareness becoming quantum. This seed is guided by the sun. The first seed we meet in the Tzolk'in spin is guided by the sun. So the guide, consciousness, universal fire, life itself. I like to add passion into the mix. I don't know why. I mean, you got to be passionate about life. Life is passionate about itself, right? But whatever that means, passion. So I'm looking at my plants over there, and they're saying, we are passion. Oh, yes, we are. I'm looking at flowers with all this what is it? How do I word it? They're so sensual flowers in their components of male and female and just pure beauty. Why? To attract insemination or whatever, pollination. Whoa! All right, where we're going? Yeah, can't today. Seed. Ah, so that stands for sexuality too. No doubt about it. So, um, multiplication and procreation. I was going to say procrastination, but I caught myself in time. Is procreation a part of procrastination? Just remove a few letters. I think we're getting there. Anyway, no relation, of course, nothing. No. Lol. There's a very different energy in me today from yesterday. Very, very, very different. And the page turner, or not the page turner, the mood turner, whatever, yesterday for me was yesterday's podcast. It absolutely, my monologue, it changed my internal dynamics completely. It transformed my day, it transformed my night, it transformed who I am today. The abundance of yesterday's night led me to a much more grounded seed. We are supported in the occult by the red earth, naturally. And the seed is also the occult power of the earth. Always they just switch places. Seeds land on earth. Seeds grow into plants, which when they eventually shapeshift, become earth. One way or another. Maybe oil, maybe something, but they become a part of the earth. Earth as in the earth that we plant in, earth, and earth as in the globe, Mother Earth, the earth, Gaia. The seed's analog, what was the word I used the other day? Complement. We like to think of it as the best friend. The most like itself energy in that Tzolk'in is the eagle. The blue eagle stands for vision, creativity, creator, and mind. So they complement each other. Seeds, the potential, ideas, ideals, and the eagle, who obviously birds eat seeds and either have them nourish their bodies and become part of the earth of their bodies, or they poop them out and spread them on the earth somewhere else. Minds ingest ideas, thoughts, either make them a part of their bodies, yes we do, or expel them by sharing them, or both, by sharing them with one another, or with the air, or with a potential listener of a radio tut. Yeah, I love this connection between those two. I far too rarely think about it. The visionary eagle decides through the vision which potentials to steer toward. Where is the eagle flying to? Who decides? Who decides where the eagle flies to? That question, from my mind, is a rabbit hole, and I'm not going there. But I want to go to the antipode position, which is the magician today. Timelessness, receptivity, and enchantment. I mean, hello, enchantment. My goodness, it's an underestimated concept. It is a concept here that is so important, to be enchanted. Children live in constant enchantment. unless they get kicked out of it or whatever. The day they start school, enchantment starts to leave their lives very quickly. No further comment. I'll say nothing without my lawyer. But enchantment, can we be enchanted? Can we make it a point today to find something to enchant us? Can the eagle envision that? Or is the seed potential enchantment enough? I mean, not that it is enough. I can be enchanted by my own potential. A very different energy to yesterday morning, where I felt very heavy, absolutely not enchanted, not in touch with enchanting potentials, rather more in touch with lack, worry, heaviness, projecting so-called negative outcomes, potentials into my future, into my imagined future, imagining something negative, some worry. I'm kind of glad that's gone. For today's potential seed day, I manifest a very different energy today, and I shall endeavor to do so. The eagle in me wishes for this rather than what I had yesterday. The sun in me says, be very careful not to split the atom. It creates a lot of energy. You need to know how to handle that. Splitting duality. So we have the lunar wind on the position of duality, polarity in this wave spell. Let's remember that. Tatjana, remember that. Spirit, breath in and out. I do not need to split the atom. I can just breathe. It gives me enough energy for this life, enough energy for this moment. And this moment is all I need right now. All I am is here. The seed. I am an eternal seed. I am eternally blossoming in quantum physics. Quantum physics makes quantum reality. In the quantum field, I am. The seed, the acorn is the tree, is every tree that was, that will be, past and present, and past and future meet in the present. That sounds all very theoretical. To the linear mind, quantum speak is like gibberish. But we are approaching one another peacefully through passion. Passionately in my case, because all life, right? I mean, one does not negate the other, one does not deny the other, one does not belittle or devalue the other. Linear time, linear mind has value and will remain. Third dimension in spiritual fields, or whatever I want to call it now, often the third dimension gets kind of like turned into a prison or turned into something negative, something to be transcended. Surely the idea of the third dimension being a prison or a limitation ought to be transcended, because yes, it is sort of limiting, and it reminds me of something that a music teacher, when I studied music, I asked the teacher, we spoke about the classical period, Mozart's period, versus Schoenberg's period, where no more rules applied. You can place any note anywhere, place a tune any way you want. My mind says, oh yeah, that's how it should be. Freedom, total freedom, do anything you want. And then she explained Mozart's time, classical music, it's rules. You didn't go outside the rules. Modulations followed patterns, and you didn't just place a note anywhere outside the scale on blah, 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 blah. And I said, I asked something regarding the limitation. How come like a brilliant mind like Mozart's, or let himself be pushed into the limitation? I can remember the question. Something about this limitation of these rules. And she said, she gave me such a brilliant answer. She said the limitation, I'm butchering this, I don't remember her word by word many, many years ago, but she had me understand that the limitation in the musical context made for freedom, because you get to be creative, fully creative within the limitation. It is a challenge, and it also brings a peace, because you don't have endless opportunity, not endless opportunity, endless possibilities. How do I word this now? You're limited in your possibilities, and now you be creative with your limited possibility. You know, you only have 3 primary colors, but out of those you can make all the colors. I don't know, that example doesn't hold, but you get my point. I don't need to explain this further, but where was I going? Where was I coming from? Quantum, passion, seed, sun, potentials, duality, wind, splitting the atom, of course. But that's not where I came from now. It's just where I'm landing. That's my comfort spot. I guess this is a sign that it's time to stop. I haven't come full circle. I haven't finished my thought. I'm not going to go back now look for it, although I could, because that's really going to take me out of a flow. Let's see if my point of departure returns. You can send it to me, because you probably know it better than me. So if you're sending it, beam it back into my mind so I can return to it. Telepathy isn't working. Time and timelessness. I'm thinking of the wizard now. Why am I thinking of the wizard now? Because I was in duality, splitting the duality. I was speaking about how, the 3rd dimension. Here we go. Thank you. I had to relax my trying too hard. Is it slipping again? Tatiana, what are you doing? The 3rd dimension is not a prison. We can transcend that. The 3rd dimension is I do not need to define it. I just think it's brilliant. My mind thinks that spirit built this thing, or it just happened to express a kind of consensus reality, perhaps. It expresses what all of us love. Everyone who is a part of the 3rd dimension loves certain things about the 3rd dimension, and they overlap, and it builds this place. We've built this thing. And if anyone now says, oh yeah, but there's so many horrors, surely we wouldn't have built that, I'm not going to go into that. Yes, we have. Maybe not, whatever, I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole big discussion. Who is we? What is horrors? What is experience? What is the point of so-called negative experiences? Shall we split the atom? We shall not, because this reality is built out of atoms, and if we're splitting atoms, well, we best know what we're doing when we do that. Where am I going? I'm giving a shout out to the 3rd dimension, honoring it, bowing to it. I worship at the altar of the 3rd dimension as a quantum entity who can see how the 3rd dimension is like a room in an apartment, perhaps. I don't know. I'm butchering this, or I'm like making it up, but it's the limited. It's limited. It's not limited, but it has linear time. We're non-linear quantum beings, or only one quantum being that lives in many bodies, in many third dimensional bodies, whether it's a plant body or a fruit body or a pea body, whatever. It's a body of some kind. And it expresses itself through this third dimension. And that's just brilliant. I mean, state the obvious. Duh. Anyway, I think it is time to close this chapter. Final note. Something in me reset the self-existing tone. We also have castles in the Tolkien, 52-day periods. They contain 4 wave spells, 13 days each. And the first tone for the 4th day sets, as far as I understand, sets something for the full 52-day period. So the seed. So if we're listening to this today, we can I'm cutting this here because I don't want to set intentions. I don't talk intentions. This can be listened to at any point in time. We can synchronize ourselves with these energies at any point in time. Doesn't mean this day can only apply to this day. When I sometimes need help from the Tzolk'in, I can go into what are the seals and signs of the day and find my help or inspiration there. Very many times I go somewhere else altogether. And it's like, today I need the resonant, I need the resonant hand. Comes out of this wave spell. I also want the resonant sun, which is the first sun we meet, because I am sun, so I want to be resonant while speaking, or I want to be resonant channeling anytime in my life, or whatever. I rarely go to the dog, which I should do far more often. Or as my antipode. No comment. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. So wish us all a wonderful day. See delicious. May we be in touch with our potentials and be joyful. Even if not everything is always joyful. Here I go back to not splitting the atom, which is where I kind of departed earlier. Not to be a bit mindful, not careful, mindful of about the polarities. They exist, good and bad, light and dark, day and night, but they may not be, we may be mindful not to turn things and push them into the shadow. If a thing is heavy or dark or sad or negative or something, it may require as much honoring as the lighter, brighter aspects of life. And they are like the darker, the unwanted is, as Abraham Hicks has been teaching us for many years, like the bouncing board of our intentions. It's like the bouncing board for the seed, and it forms the seed, it pushes the seed, maybe it bounces the seed off to more fertile ground. If it lands on unfertile ground, it'll bounce off until it finds fertile ground, or it lies there and waits until the ground becomes fertile, or it decays and becomes the ground's fertility for future seeds, all of which in the quantum field we know is us. So there's nothing can be lost and nothing. Come down, feet on the ground, seed on the earth, groundedness, synchronize. We can synchronize with the earth today, groundedness. I'm actually feeling very synchronized and grounded today. And maybe I feel so great because the sun is the guide. So I'm in my element. Wow. I may remember this for the next 52 days. I would be well advised. But if I force it, I'm trying to split the atom, so I won't. I'll just roll with the punches and whatever. Drink the wine as it is served. All right. Bye for now.